Good morning and happy Monday. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio with the Morning Pulse here on this Monday, January the 6th. And while the snow has, for a large part, moved out of the region, frigid cold temperatures are still here, and we have tips to pass along to keep you safe. The Douglas County Health Department is urging state members to take caution as the extreme cold and wind chills stick around and can cause serious health risks such as frostbite and hypothermia. If you need to be outside, health officials still want to remind you to always wear multiple layers of loose-fitted clothing. Avoid overworking while outdoors, and be mindful of protecting hands, ears, face, and feet. Also, they remind folks to avoid drinking any caffeinated or alcoholic beverages that can cause your body to lose heat faster. Officials advise to take special care of infants and elderly during this frigid winter conditions. And if you're going to be heading on the roads, the Nebraska State Patrol has tips before you start your journey in the midst of this wintry weather. First, always make sure you have a full tank of gas. That way, if you happen to get stuck or stranded, you'll have enough fuel to make sure that your car stays running and warm. Second, have extra blankets and make sure that you pack winter gear like hats, gloves, and jackets in case you get stuck out in the snow. It's also important to make sure that you have a charging cable to charge all devices in case you need to contact someone. The Nebraska State Patrol says that drivers should only travel if safe or necessary. And if you get stuck on the side of the road, you can call star 55 to get in touch with the Nebraska State Patrol dispatch, and a trooper will be out to help as soon as possible. In the midst of the new year, one of the most popular, or some of the most popular New Year's resolutions have to do with people staying physically fit. Millions of Americans often set New Year's resolutions to improve their physical health or eating habits, but for most part, they're not met. Lots of people often focus on their physical health and don't tend to pay attention to their mental and social health, which all need to be balanced in order to be physically, mentally, and socially happy in the new year. The West Central District Health Department officially says that it's best to get a small goal and progress throughout the year rather than overwhelming oneself with a big goal to start the new year.
Short-term goals, you can have long-term goals, you can have very simple goals, you can make your goals more complex, but there's something about New Year's resolution that feels like it's all or nothing. We either make this big, huge change or we fail. And we want to set ourselves up for success, and we do that. We know from research, from data, that we do that best when we take small, intentional, and carefully thought out steps.
Merritt adds that the West Central District Health Department has resources available to assist in physical and mental goals being met. In other news across the state of Nebraska, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and Omaha Fire Department helped save a dog from a pond in the midst of these frigid cold temperatures. One of the dog's owners say that they were walking their two pups when one broke free and ran onto the ice. The owner ran after to save the pet, falling into the water themselves. An officer saw it happen and rushed to assistance. The 2-year-old Rottweiler and his owner were pulled to safety. They say that they're grateful for those first responders who came to their aid, and seems like everybody is A-OK, but a situation that definitely could have been much, much worse. People across the U.S. began to say goodbye to its 39th president over the past weekend. That's Jimmy Carter, and the memorials kind of started in the home state of the peanut farmer in Georgia. A motorcade with a hearse traveled from Carter's home in Plains to his childhood home in the same city, and then went to the Georgia State Capitol before arriving at the Carter Center in Atlanta, where his body will lie in repose until tomorrow morning. And then it'll be flown to Washington, D.C. The former president will then lie in state at the U.S. Capitol ahead of his funeral at the Washington National Cathedral on Thursday. Rounding out the Morning Pulse with a check of the 7-day forecast, cool temperatures are here to stay. Not going to get above freezing until, end of this work week, it looks like. Have a chance to be at freezing on Wednesday, but looks like upper 30s, maybe low 40s into the end of the weekend. But until then, it's going to stay awfully chilly. Be sure that you follow the tips mentioned earlier here in the Morning Pulse to stay safe during this potentially dangerous winter season.